Okay. Put the N1070s down. Oh god, we gotta pause that. How do I pause it? Do I hold this? Do I hit this? That's next. How do I pause? There we go. Okay, so this is a portable player that was sent to me. It's only available on AliExpress. If you go and look up the Zishan T1, and it says modules, but you don't have to look that up. If you look that up on Amazon, you get literally 1 million screen protectors for it. There's 4 down here. There's 5 up here. Like, I don't understand how popular is this thing that it has 9 different screen protector options. Here it is on AliExpress. You can read all about it. It actually has a lot of interesting, like, good tech in it. It's got a lot of high-end parts. And I'm going to talk about it, and we're going to laugh, and then we're going to move on, and we're going to download the wallpaper, and it's going to be, oh, don't forget to check out Subscribestar instead of Patreon. Or what? What? So, metal box. Certainly, the build, as soon as you pick it up, you're like, oh, what is this, a project? Did you make this in college? Did you make this in college? Did I make it in college? I could actually pause that, and I could actually minimize that. Boom. Because it's a metal project box. See the 4 exposed screws. The font is the first thing you notice. Like, you can tell when Fio makes something, or Aston Kern or Sony, because they don't use like a handwriting font on everything. The TF card, or this micro SD card, is TF. Then there's a reset/LED hole, and then there says USB, and then even the P for power instead of like the power symbol, and then plus and negative have a little bit of a squiggly line to them, and then you got BL for balance and PO for pre-out. So it's like, okay, so they got a metal project case, they cut some holes in it, and it's got a big old seam down the side, and it's aluminum, so it doesn't feel terrible. And you turn on the screen, you're like, oh, what year is it? They've crammed a lot into this UI. You get the volume up there, you get the wave, 44.1, 16-bit, 1411 kilobits per second. This, by the way, I put back the TF card that they gave me because it's filled with Korean and Chinese music. It's great. This is just fantastic. I just wanted to hear American Pie by somebody who's explaining it in Korean. 3 buttons, only 3 buttons. At least it's USB-C to charge it. The actual interface, this is it. Let me turn the whole unit off. Hold on. Power off. I'll give it this. For the price it is on AliExpress, I think it's like $83. It's $83. For the price it is, it sounds very good. Like, that's number one. Step 1. Portable fucking DAP. It's got to sound good. And it sounds really good. The problem is everything else. If it was... I'm trying to like it and at the same time make fun of it. So let's turn it on. Holding power. Holding P. Boom. On. Scanning. Done. So it's fast. It's built weird. I wouldn't say it's built poorly. There's some weird choices, like the font. It's fast to turn on. The battery is actually decent. I haven't charged this thing in weeks. It's been here for fucking months. Haven't charged it for weeks. We're still at half battery. This is the home screen. There is no like home screen where you go and you enter. You're just on. It's doing a scanning remove thing. I don't think that's a bug with the TF card. You get album art, which you don't have. It's currently scrolling the name, which is, again, Chinese. There is a progress bar here that's in light green, like mint green, over the background, which is, I think I set that background. All right, here we're gonna these 4 buttons in the bottom. It's a capacitive touchscreen also. If you don't understand what that means, think back to like when PDAs were a thing. That's the touchscreen. My original Koan player was that, the Koan D2 Plus. And actually, the later one than that, the D20, was also a capacitive touchscreen. No phone has a capacitive touchscreen. Nothing has a capacitive touchscreen anymore. This does, and it's still for sale. Which means when you touch the screen, it's soft, and you have to calibrate it. So you get 4 things at the bottom. It tells you time playing, time remaining, or total track length and time played. EQ, which is currently grayed out because it's not on. If we hit that, you see we get a, what is that, 10-band? 10-band EQ. I don't know why it keeps going scanning removed, by the way. That might just be this unit. It's been doing it for the last, like, 3 days. And nothing gets removed. So you have on, off, default, and then you have to choose these EQs. So we got disco, electronic. God, I hate capacitive touchscreens. Then there's EQ, Chinese characters. Then hip-hop. Home. Yeah, I get it. Scanning removed. Home blasts the bass. Then there's just Roman numeral 3. Then there's iPod. 4. Jazz, lounge, moto. Then there's Matu, bunch of Chinese characters. MX300. Hey, I own MX300s. MX460. MX500 iPod. MX550. New! Did I make a new preset? I don't know. Perfect. Why wouldn't everyone just set the perfect equalizer? Pop, PT850 iPod, Pule sounds, like fuel but with a P. I didn't add any of these. These came default with the unit. R&B, rock a pin. Again, scanning removed. Rock a pin. I don't understand. Then there's Rockbox. Then there's Rocky 398. Then there's Rockstars 1 through fucking 6 in caps. Then there's 2 identical round stereo, not even stereo, round stereo, which have slightly different bass settings. Then there's SHS H1000, then Sony 888 iPod, then Sony EX71, then Sony V150, then Tin EQ, followed by UESF3 iPod, UESF3 non-iPod, and ZQ Rock. What the fuck is that? Oh, followed by ZYYX, which I think is something to do with DNA, followed by more just Chinese equalizers, and then lounge with Chinese. It just keeps going. These are all preset equalizers. All of these. We're still going. We're still going. KDCs. Where the fuck does it end? More rock. Are we back to the beginning? No, it's another rocket pin. Wait, we got Rockstar again. We must get to the fucking bottom. Just get to the bottom. Oh, okay, I made it to the bottom. I'm fucking exhausted. Anyway, don't put on your equalizer. Leave it off, right? Off. Default and off. Okay. I feel like Doug DeMuro now for sure. Imagine if that was in like a car stereo. I think he'd go through the whole thing. So here's your play pause button. And it's there because it's not here. You got a volume up, volume down, which it says plus and minus. What it actually should say is next track and last track. And then if you want to do volume, you have to hold it. You have to hold it. You have to remember when the middle of your song, when your favorite song is playing and you want to make it louder, you can't just go click, click, click. You have to click and hold. So if you wanted it a little bit louder, it's a little bit harder to do. And a lot of times you're going to be in the middle of your favorite song and you're going to click it once and it's going to go to next track and you go, fuck! I just wanted to finish Limp Bizkit's Break Stuff. And now it's playing, you know, Alanis Morissette. I didn't want it to do that and now it did it. So, and then there's the P button, which is power, which shuts off the screen and it turns on the screen and then it shuts off the screen. If you hold it, it shuts off the whole unit. It doesn't play and pause. So you have to wake up the screen to play and pause the unit with that part of the touch screen. So that's not going to work in your pocket. When someone that you know comes up to you and you're wearing IEMs, you can be like, hold on a second. Pull out, power, pause, hello? No. You need a pause button somewhere. Then you have the play mode, which is shuffle, one track, loop, folder all. That's a folder or fodder shuffle? Flodder all. Not folder. Flodder. Flodder all, flodder shuffle, all, and shuffle, which I usually leave my players on shuffle. I'm not one of those people, by the way, who actively goes with the player and needs to pick every track that's going to happen. I put only music on an SD card that I want to hear, and I put on shuffle. And if a song comes on I want to hear, it next, and the next song is probably the one I want to hear. People who like have to listen, have to critique every little playlist in a certain order to get their juices flowing, and then right before the climax, and then won't take it away and bring it down again, Mr. Scientist. So I just shuffle almost every, if $2,000 player, I'll just shuffle it. So that's your options. Then we go to the settings menu. And this doesn't work. This is broken. I mean, it works, it's just broken. Filter Mo. It says mode, but it's covered by the thing because it's supposed to be in Chinese. So low distortion, short rolloff, super slow rolloff, short delay. Again, these are filter modes for the DAC. I can never hear a difference. I also want to point out that it's getting slightly warm. Not many players get warm nowadays, and this one is getting warm, and it's not from my body heat. It's hotter than my hand already. DSD cutoff, free frequency. So you either have 39K, which is the default, or 76K. I don't partake in the DSD, so we don't care. Then you have sound qual, and you have two choices, default or high quality sound. High sound quality. Why wouldn't that be the default all the time? Shouldn't high sound quality be the default? Stop looking so goddamn sad. It's going to work out. Button for next. So that means if you shut off button for next, you have no control with these will just be volume. And you won't be able to change tracks. Wouldn't that be wonderful? No, it wouldn't. Then you have car mode, which will turn it on and off with the power, which might be a usage case for this. Maybe. But I don't think so. Then you have the brightness slider, which extends through the S's in the word brightness, because it's looking for the Chinese characters for brightness. So you can dim and brighten the screen. I hope it's coming out good on camera. Backlight time, you get anywhere from 5 seconds to 3 minutes, which is what I have it set on, or just on. I'll set it to just on, so it'll never shut off. Sleep time, this is if you go to bed, and you take this with you, and you're like, I'll probably be asleep in 30 minutes, boom, you set that. You got up to 2 hours. Language, English. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure when this arrived in my doorstep, it was in Chinese, and I had to find that section and convert it. I think the word language, it was not hard to figure. There's always a language option. It just wasn't set to the right one. Here's your screen calibration. Let's do it, shall we? Click again to start calibrating. There's a blue dot, there's a blue dot, there's a blue dot, there's a blue dot, and there's a blue dot. Yay! I want to go to Hawaii. AK449301. So that's the DAC. So using, then you have return on the bottom and return on the top, which is a nice actual touch. All menu, well, most players would have a return button, but if you only have a touchscreen, having a return on the top and the bottom. And we've literally taken the entire tour of the Zishan T1. I think most of that was going through equalization settings. No Bluetooth. No play pause button, that's a physical button. The battery lasts a long time. It's not built surprisingly well. It is very good sound. The point of this is it sounds good. I'm pushing M1070s, which are like the new baby boy from Monoprice. And if I unpause, see, it's backwards from what I'm used to. Think I'll get a You know what? I kind of want to know if I'm going to get a copyright block. That's why I put the card back in. Again, the comedy in this episode. If you want to download that song, that's the title of it. There's a couple good songs in here. That sounds awesome. Scanning removed. And it just restarts the song. So that might be just my player. But yeah, I think if you've made it to this video because you were gifted one of these, It does sound good. If you made it to this video because you want to know if you should buy one of these, like a FIO M6 will be linked to the description as well. There'll be this on AliExpress because it's not on Amazon. And AliExpress can have a USA thing, and you might actually get it out in like within a week, or you could just get something else that is designed in English. Not that, like, 48% of my viewership is American. The other 52, you're all over the world. And I think some of you might even be Chinese. And if you can get this, leave it in Chinese, and it comes with the best music on earth. I should go back to that. It's very fast. Like, I'll never find that track again. I'm glad I found it during the review. I'm glad it came up. So you just want to raise the volume. Oh, it shuffles when I go back and forth. It's actually shuffling the back, so you can't return to where you were. That sounds Japanese. All right. Hi. This is a great excuse to use that wallpaper because it's like, it's black and sad and half naked. It's just, this is black and sad and half naked. Sounds very good. Battery lasts forever. Powers headphones perfectly, like great. Like, is it FIO M11 good? I'd say it's getting up there. That's what this is about. This is about getting an $89 player that's pretty much sounds like a $200-300 player from any other company. The problem is everything else. So there you go. I'm going to turn this off. Actually, I'm going to charge it a little bit more than this. And then I'm going to turn it off. And then I'll put this in the yard sale. If you don't know, if you're a supporter either on Patreon or Subscribestar, $5 a month gets you from the first of the month to the 10th of the month. You get into a yard sale, you could bid on this. So if you think this is worth $25 to be in your possession, or actually it would be $25.08 because it's got to be an odd number, then by all means, just join the Patreon or join the Subscribestar and throw your bid in. And I will ship for free to the continental United States or half shipping international. If someone from China buys this and bids more than its cost on AliExpress, I will literally cook and eat a shoe. And you can't just say you're from China. You have to actually be there. I want to see it. I don't know. I get to pick the shoe also. But, yeah, just support the channel so that I could waste more time looking at weird foreign portable players. It's great. It's great news. It's great news. Maybe I'll buy a few. I think I have wallpaper. You can crop this wallpaper for your phone. People who think that, oh, I don't have a vertical monitor, why get the wallpaper? People have phones. Those are vertical monitors. Just the crop the top away a bit. Anyway, that's it. Check out the Patreon. Check out the Subscribestar. $10 gets you into the private Telegram chat where we're all laughing already. And, yeah. Capacitive fucking touchscreen. What year is it?